So instead of doing a great debate today, we figured, why not do a debate about what's going to happen in the...
do a great Game of Thrones prediction, because we've never been able to do this, and what better time than the last season?
Because the biggest show currently on television just hasn't been on
in the world
for the entirety of the movie show's existence, so we've never got to talk about it. But now we have the best excuse, because episode 1 of season 8, the final season of the show, out this weekend, or technically Monday morning if you're in South Africa. But you can fly to America legally and watch it there on Sunday.
Come back for your 8 o'clock lecture.
Done. That probably would work. I'm not sure how do time zones work anyway. No one really knows. But point is, lots of big stuff's going to be going down. People have teased it as like there are 3 massive battles or something like that. The episodes are longer than an hour in many cases, and no one said anything. We got one very mysterious trailer that allegedly includes footage from mostly just episode 1.
Yes. So as far as I can tell, DB Weiss and the rest of his crew, they didn't distribute complete copies of the season. So there are actually only about 4 people in the world who know how it ends.
Oh yeah.
2 of them are the showrunners and 2 of them are writers. The show producers don't even know how it ends. There is one specific element that they will only release on the actual day when they air it.
HBO's a bit ballsy there, aren't they? Because they could do anything they want with that.
Yeah,
the last 5 minutes of the show could be literally...
Yeah, but would you rather have that than some idiots on the internet tweeting, oh, Daenerys dies,
they could sneak anything they want into the show. Like, the last 5 minutes could just be Nyan Cat.
Exactly.
And that would be a very funny meme. And everyone would hate that more than the ending of Sopranos. So they have to nail this, or it'll follow them to their graves. So let's start with predictions just for episode 1. I reckon first 5 minutes, they've got to kill somebody important enough that we'll care about, but not important enough to the story that, like, it'll mess things up later on. So, Bronn. Bronn's going to die first 5 minutes.
Bronn's not going to die in the first episode, but he's definitely going to die soon.
Okay, right.
I think that the first episode is actually going to be fairly meek and fairly tame. The first episode is going to tie up all of the politics from the previous from the previous seasons. So there's going to be people talking about this and that, and it's going to be a lot of talking, and everybody's going to go onto social media and go, what the hell? Because we were expecting Drogon to eat, it's not going to happen.
Instead, it was an hour and a half of Tyrion in a back room
talking, and it's going to be a lot of talking. Half of episode 2 is going to be exactly the same, in my opinion, and then it's going to hit. Then something major is going to happen. A White Walker is going to kill a major character, or or there is going to be an epic battle between the Dothraki and the Lannister army, or it's going to be something dark is going to happen in episode 2.
They've got to give us something, though. I feel like in episode 1 of the final season, there are still a bunch of expendable characters in the universe that they could play with and do terrible things.
So who do we actually want to go in the first episode of the last season?
Who do I want to die?
Theon Greyjoy needs to die.
Theon, you want Theon to die? He is off trying to save Yara Greyjoy.
Yeah, but that's fine. She doesn't need saving.
Greyjoy.
She's the most hardcore woman in the entire world.
Quick aside about the Greyjoys, by the way. I had to look up their names again to make sure I had them right. Google includes on their list of Game of Thrones characters Sir Pounce the cat, but none of the Greyjoys.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Sir Pounce the cat, may he rest in peace.
He's already dead. Yeah. He got killed off screen.
Okay. So, all right. So let's just take a look at it. Okay. So if the Greyjoys don't die, if Theon doesn't die, then I reckon Olenna. Oberyn's wife, because she's still trapped somewhere and horrible things are happening to her. I think that somebody is going to do something horrible to her in the first season.
Okay, and Pod's still alive. They could kill him.
No, please don't pull. No, Pod's cool, man.
He is so cool, but I feel like they'll be like, ha, look how dark this is going to get. We killed Pod.
On that note, if Brienne of Tarth perishes...
I think she will, actually, but not in episode 1.
All right, let's do it like this. Let's take all of the characters that you think are definitely going to perish throughout the entire season and just name them. Bronn is definitely going.
Bronn is gone. Jaime's gone, I think. You see his hand in one of the trailers lying on the ground.
Jaime, yeah, but they did that the last time when they had a 3-eyed raven pecking on somebody's corpse, and it actually turned out that it wasn't him.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I think that Jaime is going to die doing something heroic to save one of the Starks.
Yeah, in the Battle of Winterfell.
Yeah, I agree.
I think some of the Starks are going to die, and I'm on the fence between whether it's going to be Arya or Sansa.
No, Sansa's definitely going, for sure.
Okay.
In my opinion. Arya, I think that Arya is going to just step off into the middle distance. She's going to live, but she's gonna be in such an unclear fate that we're not gonna know what's happening.
I feel like she's gonna so barely survive the Battle of Winterfell that she's almost dead, and they leave it as a cliffhanger.
That being said, yeah, I think so too. That being said, the road to her getting to Winterfell and the Battle of Winterfell, she is definitely going to kill the Mountain, and she's definitely going to kill kill Cersei Lannister.
You're not predicting Clegane Bowl then? You don't want Clegane Bowl?
No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Just no. Arya kills the Mountain.
Yeah.
That would be a good. I would go in for that, but a part of me also is all the way on board Clegane Bowl. There's also going to be, remember, the massive battle at the Wall first before they get to Winterfell.
No, the wall is going to be a very, very small part of this entire process.
But I feel like everyone who is located there will die.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So whoever's left at the Wall.
I think Brienne of Tarth is there, and there are a bunch of wildlings there, and they're going to die.
No, the wildlings. No, you're right. The wildlings are still there.
Yeah.
But Thingy is back at Winterfell, though. The guy with the bushy beard.
Oh, him. Yes.
Yeah. Him.
I know.
Giant Spawn. Giant. Whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yes,
Tommen.
What?
What's his name?
It's not Tommen. It's Tormund Giantsbane. You were right. Yeah.
Okay, so he's still at Winterfell. He's definitely something is going to happen to him, but I don't think it's going to be anything terrible. I think he's going to end up in King's Landing somehow and be in some battle there. One of the big things that I do want to say is that out of the core set Stark children,
okay.
One of them is definitely going to die.
One has to die.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Jon Snow though.
No, Jon Snow. He's not a Stark anymore. He's a Targaryen now. So.
Yeah, I think Bran might actually have a face-off with the Night King somehow.
Definitely. Something is going to change, and all of a sudden we're going to be rooting for Bran again, because Bran has been a sniveling little whiny person.
He has to be a little bit,
and he was rather important in Hodor dying.
He had his character sort of erased by the three-eyed raven.
Okay, cool.
And he's gone now. Cersei is really hard to predict because she's coming in after the battle. There's going to be a battle of Winterfell, and then Cersei's going to become important again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really hard to predict what's happening in the second half of the season.
Something to do with the last redeeming factor of hers. She's going to go and try and save her brother or something, and end up giving over an army or something. I think she
gets her just desserts this season.
I think so too, and I think the person who's going to do that is Arya Stark.
Okay, it could be Arya. It could be Jaime. I feel like
Jaime's going to do something heroic, and because his character arc is leading towards that. Whereas Bronn has been consistently he's kept that consistent darkness, and that's why I think they're going to kill him.
But just imagine if Jaime killed Cersei in the end.
It would be so sick.
That would be awesome.
Look, the point is, for the last 5.5 minutes, we have actually speculated about nothing because we don't know anything, and nobody really knows anything, because if they say that they know something, they're lying about it, because HBO
hasn't. Yeah.
I read. Sorry to interrupt you. I read an article about the do not disclose agreements that all of the cast members had to sign. It's something ridiculous. Like there will be a 10-year ban on their careers in certain publication houses if they say anything. It's
That's incredible.
Yeah. So look, I don't know whether it's true or not.
Bonus prediction though.
Yes.
And I think to many people the most important prediction, although it might not turn out being that way, who is going to sit on the Iron Throne by the end of the season?
Daenerys Targaryen.
You're not going Jon Snow?
No.
Daenerys Targaryen all the way. So she survives the whole season, in your opinion?
Absolutely. She's going to lose all of her dragons, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might happen, yeah. I can see that happening. Except one, maybe?
Nah.
All dead. Okay, fair enough. But here's one that is more important to me personally.
Yes.
Tyrion. Is he still alive at the end?
I don't even want to say it, because whatever I say, it's going to be the opposite. So
okay.
So I don't want to predict Tyrion. I do think what is going to happen though is that there will be some form of redemption. I think the 3 Lannister children are going to be quite interesting in terms of how the rest of the season pans out.
I reckon Tyrion makes it to the final episode, but I think he might die there.
I think so too.
I think there are a bunch of characters that I think a lot of the important characters are going to make it all the way to the end and then die.
So Arya Stark is going to be one of those open-ended ones. Tyrion is going to perish. Jaime's going to perish. Jon Snow is going to be okay. Daenerys Targaryen is going to be okay. All of the Greyjoys are going to die. Yeah, that's pretty much all I care about.
I feel like it would be the cleanest way to tie up the Greyjoy story if they all just went off into the ocean and killed each other.
I
don't even know how they're going to do that.
Sure.
But it'll be
I'm
interesting.
very interested to see how they're going to do the Iron Bank, bringing back
there were so many plot points up in the air.
Sure.
They've written this so well that they could actually do a lot of stuff, and I'm very excited to see what it is.
My biggest thing is there are so many people talking about the flashbacks why are the flashbacks important? Apparently there is, and I don't know whether this is correct, but apparently there's a flashback with Catelyn Stark. Why would she need to come back?
That's interesting. They could have said it was a flashback to mask the fact that they're doing zombie Catelyn finally.
Dude, finally, Lady Grey.
Yeah, Lady Grey, maybe. So our final prediction then is that Lady Grey is definitely totes happening
she's gonna
for
sit
real.
on the she's gonna sit on the Iron Throne and she's gonna rule the Iron Kingdom with the dude whose sword keeps coming on fire, the guy who keeps dying.
Oh yes, that guy.
That guy. Yeah.
R
Okay, let's
J
call it there because
R plus L equals J confirmed. There we go.
There you go.